Yes, this is a very important question. We face, broadly speaking, three challenges when we deal with multidisciplinary teams. The first is the collection and compilation of information from different sources that is needed to prepare an investment program. So this information has to be collected from local government, some other agencies, and this is first challenge. The second challenge is to have the different stakeholders, including the local and national government, fully updated on how is the progress of the investment program, and to have their regular advice and input on the preparation. And the third challenge is to lead and manage a multidisciplinary team within our project. So how we deal with these challenges is that for the first one, we, as and when we collect information, we compile that in a common database which is shared within the team. For the second problem or the challenge, we have regular consultations with the local government and stakeholders, one-to-one consultations, as well as group meetings or workshops where different stakeholders are brought into a common room and they are presented the status of the project preparation. And for the third challenge, as a team leader, I have to make sure that different members of the team have the common information. So this is done through regular meetings whenever possible, whenever the experts of the team are in the field, through email exchange and having a common database. So these are the things that we have to do to make sure that everybody is on the same page and that we are moving in the same direction. I think I take away two personal things. One is that generally when we deal with development and the development of cities, we always tend to focus on the biggest, the largest of the cities. The first ever State of Asian Cities report showed that over 60% of the urban population of Asia lives in small and medium-sized cities which are lesser than 1 million population, and they will have the majority of the growth in the next 2 decades up to 2030, as well as they will still be housing about 60% of Asian urban population. So since most of the urban growth will take place in smaller and medium-sized cities, the focus of our efforts to address vulnerability should be not only on big cities, but on these smaller and medium-sized towns. The second takeaway that I have is that most of the knowledge that is used currently for urban development or addressing vulnerability is what is called the objective or the scientific knowledge. And when we have an exclusive focus on such knowledge, there is often a tendency to ignore the knowledge that the people have. The people who have been living in a particular place, they have been dealing with different challenges, they have built some traditional knowledge or local knowledge. So when we find solutions to vulnerability, we need to take into account not only the objective and scientific knowledge, but also the traditional and local knowledge. And only when we use these two sets of knowledge that we will be able to address vulnerability in a more holistic way. I think we are going through a historically important phase where nowhere in the world a region like Asia had seen unprecedented urban growth uh, in history, in historical sense, or in geographical sense. So this, I would like to see this as an opportunity, a unique experience that Asia is going through, something that we can learn from, not only in terms of the process that is unfolding, but also on the ways in which we need to address some of the challenges that are coming up. So this is the first thing. The second thing is that obviously the economic development of the region is contributing to reducing urban poverty and adding prosperity. So while this takes place, there are unprecedented challenges related to environmental sustainability and one can say increasing vulnerability of lower income populations who live in cities. And added to that is the problem of resources and the pollution, environmental pollution. So these are some of the positive and negative things that are happening. And the sooner we get a good understanding of this and start to address these issues systematically, the better it would be for our region.